HOA Karen assumed vacant land was abandoned, approving construction plans without checking ownership records carefully. I watched silently as surveyors marked boundaries, knowing every inch legally belonged to me alone. She bragged publicly about expansion, ignoring my ignored letters and certified legal warnings entirely. 58 identical houses rose quickly. Concrete poured over my patience, steadily hardening. Buyers toured properties, unaware foundations, sat squarely on land deeded to my company. Karen smiled at ribbon cuttings, cameras flashing, confidence louder than due diligence ever was. I gathered permits quietly, demolition schedules aligned perfectly with zoning enforcement timelines. Neighbors whispered concerns, but Karen dismissed them as jealousy and misinformation campaigns. Final inspection day arrived, and inspectors froze, reading land registry ownership details. Karen laughed nervously, insisting clerical mistakes, demanding delays and political favors immediately. I arrived calmly wearing company jacket, Demolition logo stitched boldly across chest. Silence followed when I introduced myself as property owner and demolition contractor. Karen's face drained color, realizing assumptions cost millions in reputation simultaneously today. Lawyers scrambled, phones ringing, buyers panicking, contracts suddenly worthless overnight everywhere. City officials halted occupancy permits, citing illegal development on privately owned land. Karen shouted authority claims, but deeds spoke louder under sunlight. I presented warnings previously sent, timestamps proving deliberate negligence and arrogance combined. HOA board members distanced themselves instantly, blaming Karen alone for oversight. News vans arrived, headlines forming before excuses could even finish. I announced demolition date publicly, following court orders strictly. Residents protested tearfully, realizing HOA deception sold them impossible dreams. Karen attempted injunctions, all denied due to clear ownership violations. Bulldozers lined street dramatically, engines humming like justice approaching steadily. Concrete cracked walls fell, entitlement collapsing brick by brick. Karen screamed at operators, but law protected demolition activities fully. Each fallen house echoed years of unchecked HOA power abuses. Buyers sued HOA aggressively, financial ruin looming closer daily. Karen vanished from meetings, reputation destroyed beyond recovery. I offered land sale later, legally, transparent, and fairly priced. New development followed rules, contracts clear, ownership unquestioned completely. Community learned lesson painfully, verifying authority before trusting confident. My company profited lawfully, but vindication felt greater. Karen faced lawsuits, fraud investigations, and personal bankruptcy proceedings. HOA dissolved, replaced by resident-controlled oversight committees. Land restored, plans rewritten, justice poured stronger foundations. Entitlement underestimated paperwork, deeds, and patient professionals. I watched sunset over cleared land, silence replacing arrogance. Demolition dust settled. Lessons remained heavy in air. Power borrowed without verification always collapses eventually. Karen learned ownership matters more than confidence. Buyers received compensation through courts. Trust slowly rebuilt again. City updated processes preventing HOA unilateral developments permanently. My warnings once ignored now taught seminars ironically. Documentation defeated entitlement without shouting or threats. Karen tried shifting blame, but signatures traced directly back. HOA insurance refused coverage citing intentional misconduct clauses. Financial consequences exceeded imagination, accountability arriving mercilessly. Bulldozers parked quietly, job completed legally. I never raised voice, evidence and permits handled everything. 58 houses erased, symbolizing collapse of unchecked authority. Community meetings now start with land registry confirmations. Lessons etched deeper than concrete foundations. Grant avoided public spaces, whispers following everywhere relentlessly. I reclaimed land peacefully, lawfully, professionally. Demolition company reputations soared after lawful enforcement victory. HOA nightmares replaced once confident overreach. Ownership papers framed now, reminder of vigilance necessity. Assumptions cost more than verification ever will. Karen underestimated patience paired with legal preparedness. Land cleared, future secured correctly. Construction restarted later with transparency and mutual respect, and buyers returned cautiously. Contracts triple-checked carefully. Trust rebuilt slower than walls ever rose. Entitlement left rubble behind. I kept calm throughout chaos unfolding predictably. Legal systems worked when evidence presented thoroughly. Karen's confidence evaporated faster than dust clouds. Demolition followed law, not emotion. 58 mistakes stood briefly before consequences arrived. Ownership proved stronger than arrogance. HOA power checked permanently. Community wiser afterward. Kieran built houses illegally. I owned the land. Demolition followed legally. Justice made noise. Arrogance met paperwork. Paperwork always wins. OA authority collapsed. Land reclaimed successfully. Buyers learned vigilance matters. Boards learned limits exist. Confidence without verification destroys communities. Law protects preparation. 58 houses gone. Entitlement ended publicly. Ownership affirmed conclusively. Demolition complete. Karen disappeared from leadership. HOA dissolved quietly. Land restored fully. Lessons learned painfully. Power abused failed. Evidence prevailed. Justice enforced calmly. Demolition remembered. She built illegally. I owned legally. Houses fell accordingly. Entitlement met accountability.